Hello, this is Mrs. Frost, and this is our short video to go along with the weekly work schedule for February 1st through February 5th. So this week, we are continuing to work in Module 1, What's Important, and looking at plot, characters, and theme development, and how authors achieve that development of those items. So we're going to be completing Lesson 1.06, 1.10, and 1.11. The reason why we're taking these slightly out of order is because I wanted to put 3 lessons on the weekly work schedule, and lesson 7, 8, and 9 are all on the same story, and so I wanted to keep them all in one week. So next week we'll be completing those 3 on, Saving Tobe is the story. All right, and then we end our week with IXL time and extra time to look at our discussion board. So in 1.06, you're going to have this lesson, and it's comparing texts. And in this lesson, you're going to look at comparing and contrasting, specifically Raymond's Run and President Cleveland, Where Are You? And the lesson gives you strategies about comparing the time period, the place and location, and the character's theme, etc. And then after you read that story, you're going to be asked to write a discussion thread. So the discussion thread is just that. It's comparing and contrasting character, theme, and plot development. So you're asked to create one thread that finds a similarity or comparison between President Cleveland, Where Are You? And Raymond's Run, and how the author either develops the theme or the character. I want you to please use specific evidence by referencing, or you can use a quote, but you at least reference specific events or examples when you find that thing that they have in common, which is a comparison. The next part of your thread is a contrast, which is a difference. So the same 2 stories, President Cleveland, Where Are You? And Raymond's Run, and you find a contrast that they have, and then share how the some specific evidence or quote or examples how the author develops that element. So for example, you might say they're in different time periods, or they're in different locations, etc. And by locations, I don't mean just different cities, but different rural or urban, that kind of thing. All right, and then you want to make sure you're editing your thread for grammar, usage, and mechanics. You can use the built-in thread tools to do that. And you want to end your post with an opinion on which story you found most interesting. And that's just a personal choice, so there's no right or wrong there. And it's okay to use first-person point of view in this thread since it's sharing your opinion. And I would like you to please use complete sentences that share the story titles and authors using correct punctuation. So I give you a couple examples here. President Cleveland, Where Are You? And by Robert Cormier, and Raymond's Run by Tony Bambera, both blank. That'd be a starter for a comparison. Although President Cleveland, Where Are You? And Raymond's Run share the same theme of sacrifice and family, they are different in how they blank. That might be a story opener, a line opener for your contrast section. So that's your responsibility there. Your second part of this discussion board is the responsibility to reply to your group mates. So we will be using our group mates from class. So these group mates here. Your group mates from class, the ones you share hosting duties with and we work with in class. And so you'll be asked to respond to all of their threads about the stories and how the authors develop the theme and characters and plot. And then when you do that, you're asked to use tag, tell, ask, give, tag, and define what that is there. And then there's a voting tool, so give them an upvote after you read their post. And then finally, come back later in the week to reply to the replies that your thread got or received. And I put a reminder in the weekly work schedule each day to go back and make sure you reply to your group mates. And then again on Friday, your replies are due to your post that you got. All right, so check that out. And then on 1.10, we're going to get an opportunity to read this great story, The White Umbrella. and it is another story about what's important, where this young lady figures out what's important between her and how to deal with her relationship with her, what she learns from her relationship with her sisters and her mother. Okay? And then later on in the week, we get to read another poem, another thing about a mother, which is a poem, and it's by Edna St. Vincent Millay, and it's a really, she's an American poet, and it's a really touching poem about the courage my mother had, and this pin represents them there because it's has a brooch in it. All right, so this is what our weekly work schedule looks like. In addition, there are 2, 1 in 1.06 and 1 in 1.11 quizzes this week. I'm sorry, Newsella articles this week, and 1 quiz in 1.11. So to summarize, this week we are completing 3 lessons, 1 discussion board, 1 quiz, and 2 Newsella articles. All right, you guys, I look forward to seeing you in class, and we get to start our work in IXL this week. Bye.